Hey there, how are you doing? It is good to see you there. And I just wanted to hop on today with a really intense little post. I'm just making sure I've got my text set up right here. This is a really intense little post, and it's probably not going to win me any friends. Just saying that right out front because I've got the experience to say this. I've got 40 years of iridology under my belt. I've practiced several different styles of iridology. And so I'm in a good position to express this opinion, and take it or leave it. It's up to you. There's been a lot of people that have PM'd me over the last year or so asking, why don't I do iris analysis on my pages on Facebook and Instagram and places like that? They wonder, can they send me photos? Can they post photos? Will I do an analysis for them? And I always say no. I always say no, unequivocally, I can say that word. I always say no. And there are quite a few reasons why I feel strongly about this. I'm going to share them with you now. The first one is the photos that I see that are posted online, regardless of which platform it's on, are almost never good enough. They're not clear enough to be usable. During the COVID shutdown, the lockdown, I was working off of photos that people had sent in, like my clients, people who wanted to be my clients sent photos in, and we did their appointments online. But I'll tell you, the photos were not good. The photos were not good. They're always out of focus. They are too far away. The resolution is really poor, and they're poorly lit. There's a lot of reflections and light artifacts in the photos that obliterate huge areas of the iris. People who don't practice iridology professionally don't know what to look for in a good photo. And what they think is a good photo, what our clients and the people out there think is a good photo, is not a good photo. It might be great for a magazine ad, or it might be great for, talking about something else, but to do iridology, not good enough. Another issue we have when people post photos online is this: you can't trust the color reproduction. And in iridology, color accuracy is everything. The images might look good on an individual's phone if they're taking them on their phone or with their camera or whatever. The colors might look good there. But when you post those images online, the color reproduction is never accurate. And I know that. I have 3 computers and a tablet and a phone. And when I look at an image, especially an iPicture, on each of those computers and on my tablet, on my phone, they're different on every device. And so that's critical because, if you look at an image and you see some yellow in the iris, but you look at it on another screen and it looks orange, well, those are entirely different interpretations, right? One means kidneys, one means pancreas, liver. It changes the whole analysis. It changes all the questions you need to ask. And so you got to be careful. You can't trust the color reproduction. In a top quality iris analysis, and notice I did not use the word iris reading. Will someone read my eyes? This is not tea leaves we're talking about here, folks. This is science, right? And so iridologists, when they're doing an iris analysis, need to be able to have a dynamic conversation with the client. So even when I do iris analysis for my clients online, maybe they popped in and I was able to take their photos, or maybe they've sent me photos that are actually usable, which is rare, but I always make sure that when I'm doing that analysis that I get onto a Zoom call with them, I share the screen, and I'm having a conversation with them as I'm looking at that image, right? And if they're in my office and I'm looking at my computer screen, I'm also cross-referencing that to their eyes to see, how does this color on my computer screen compare to their real color? What are the questions I now need to ask? And so it's a dynamic conversation. The 4th reason that I will not do and will not permit free iris analyses to be done on any of my social media platforms is that I'm a practitioner. I am not a barker at a carnival. I'm not a sideshow. Doing an iris analysis online in a public page is kind of like you going into the middle of a major shopping center, taking off all of your clothes and asking people whose reputation and training you know nothing about to assess your health and to do it over a loudspeaker. When I'm having a conversation with my clients about their eyes, I'm asking them highly personal questions. I want to know a lot of details. I want to understand who they are. And I can't do that in a public forum. I think it's dangerous to give long lists of indicators and long lists of suggestions without having good background information. You really don't know where that person's come from. You really don't know everything about them that you need to know when you're doing an iris analysis. So I know that came down pretty heavy. It's a very strong opinion that I think it's highly unprofessional to do an iris analysis online in a public forum. I don't think it serves any useful purpose whatsoever. And I think it diminishes the value of what an iridologist does. So with that, sorry to be so heavy, but it's my opinion. And there we have it. Have a fabulous day, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.